Let's begin with strengths. We'll talk about what the average does or thinks about strengths and what those top leaders do and how they approach strengths. The Gallup organization asked the following question of 1.1 million people in 63 countries, including Mexico, the United States, China, Kenya, South Africa, Australia, 63 countries around the world. They asked them the following question: which do you think will help you improve the most? Knowing your weaknesses or knowing your strengths? The overwhelming majority of people, whether it was in Mexico or the United States or China or Kenya, the overwhelming majority of people, the average in other words, said it's more important to focus on weaknesses. Why? Because if I improve my weaknesses, that's when I get better. But the most people were wrong. The minority, the best, not the average, but the best, said it's more important to focus on strength. But you know, this is just a correlation. So they went out and they taught people how to focus on their strength by asking them the simple question: what are your strengths? What are you good at? Are you a good strategic thinker? Are you good at mathematics and numbers? Are you good at speaking in front of an audience? Are you good in small groups, listening? What are your strengths as a leader, as a manager? And those people who were asked this question actually became better leaders, more successful. There was a second question that was asked around strength, and that was, at work, do you have the opportunity to do what you do best every day? Not all day, but on a regular basis. Do you get to exercise your strength regularly? 1.1 million people in 63 countries, the overwhelming majority of people in the overwhelming majority of organizations said no, including in Mexico. The minority that said yes, they were part of the best organizations. They were part of the best business units. Now again, this is just a correlation. So they got managers like you to start asking themselves, first of all, what are my strengths? How can I help my employees exercise their strength on a regular basis? These business units became the most successful. They became the best business units by focusing on their strengths. So going back to our master of management, Peter Drucker, he says, only when you operate from strength can you achieve true excellence. One cannot build performance on weaknesses. This, to many people, is counterintuitive. But his argument is that if you really want to fulfill your potential, it's not enough to improve your weaknesses. Yes, you need to manage your weaknesses, in the words of Peter Drucker, but your main focus as a manager, as a leader, has to be on what you're good at. The main focus has to be on what your employees are good at. And let them do that most of the time.